Right. Let me try. I have like a. I tried to make like an easier version of the double gas build that I think is actually almost as good. Slightly less safe, but maybe this is better to start with. And then once you're like diamond or higher, you start trying the more complex version of the build. So essentially, we're just gonna get rid of the like pulling in and out of gas quite so much, or we'll make it a little bit easier. And the add-on swapping with the starport, we're also gonna get rid of that, make it a bit easier. Okay, start is the same, we're just gonna go the double gas route. Since that's the build, it allows us to get the super fast factory. So we rally into it, just like before. Alright. Again, just a normal Reaper fast expand otherwise, so... I mean, it's actually not a Reaper fast expand at all, I just realized. That's the whole point. But we're still getting a Reaper orbital, building a depot. Now we're watching to get 100 gas again. And we're just gonna still use the gas SCV, because that's pretty easy to do, right? Use this guy with the factory. Okay, and now, because we're not pulling quite as much out of gas, we have less minerals. So instead of 2 marines, we'll only be gonna get 1 marine after this Reaper. Just 1 marine. Because we want to save up a little bit of the minerals. Right, make another SCV. So now 23 supply, we're just gonna pull an SCV to build the guy, the CC, and we're gonna pull a gas SCV. Just because it's more economical. And then we're gonna make another SCV, and then at 24 supply now, we're gonna build the CC. And then we're just gonna fill the gas back up. So it's like, we're still gonna pull out of gas a little bit, but not quite as much. We're not sweating on the starport timing, just get it whenever. After the thingy. And now get the cyclone. This cyclone is super fast, right? This cyclone we want to prioritize because that's what's gonna make us safe, right? And then as usual after the cyclone, we get the depot. Don't lose the Reaper ideally. And now we can get the reactor without problems. So we only have 1 marine here, but we do have a Reaper on the map. The Reaper can be at home as well defending if we need it. And so these guys are still gonna gather gas downstairs. Liberator. The cyclone literally kills everything. We can like have it down here to defend later for a Liberator up here. And then we get the tank afterwards. Make this an orbital.
Add-on complete.
We can get double marines, but make sure that you're not cutting any SCVs to do that. And then, yeah, basically just marines, SCVs. Next thing we're gonna get is the second tank. Really important, then we get a second tank ASAP. And then, after we have a second tank, we afforded our second tank, we get a depot. Send the Liberator out. Supper can make a reactor now. So we're just gonna make a reactor out of the Supper. Yep. No problem. Completely chill. We're gonna get a third tank. This guy keeps making depots, keep making SCVs. And keep making marines. If the Reaper was still alive, I'd be sending it into the main base. Liberator into the natural. So the Reaper can distract. And then the Liberator can go in. Second tank can go on the high ground. And then we're just gonna start making 2 Vikings out of this starport. Right, no swapping needed. Remember to get double depot after the Vikings. Keep making SCVs. Right, 3 tanks. After 3 tanks, we can like do a tank pause for a little bit and save some money. This guy is just gonna fly up, build its own tech lab. Oops. Keep making Vikings. Always put Vikings on like a separate hotkey. And now we can just get a 3rd base. Right, just like before, basically. Reason we can get a 3rd base, right, we're super safe.
Add-on complete.
Get stim, and then we can resume tank production. Make sure you keep making SCVs, and then get more Vikings when these finish. Cool. And that's our 6 Vikings. After these 2 Vikings, we're gonna build medevacs, right? I do not need supply right now, so we can get our 2 barracks. We just, yeah, one of the barracks is just gonna go on this reactor. So basically we already have this built. Keep making tanks as well. Double depot. And we can get a 4th gas at this point because we're fully saturated. Okay, that's our 6 Vikings. Have them here. You can also put your Vikings here if you're scared of drops, right? Battle cruisers or whatever. Have them wherever you like. Start making medevacs. These 2 guys are gonna be making 2 more barracks right after. We're not sweating on depots right now because our base is gonna finish. Keep making tanks. I notice we can just, like, that guy gets a extra reactor and we can immediately make 3 marines. Make 2 more barracks here. Oops. Misclick my control groups. Hotkey everything. And now I'm not actually moving out. You can attack if you want. I'm just gonna move to the 3rd base though, just to defend it. I'm just gonna spread our tanks a little bit.
Research complete.
And then we can fly this thing down. Get all the stuff. I actually forgot to make double eBay. You do want to do that, don't forget. Also don't forget combat shields. And just keep spamming marines. Always be aware of your Vikings. And now that you have your 3rd base, also want to transfer some of these. Now we want to worry about where our opponent is coming from, right? Beforehand, I don't have my eBase yet, so I can't get a sensor tower. But beforehand, we're not really worried where our opponent is coming from, because we only have 2 bases. Like, where is he going to attack us? At our natural, of course. Keep making SCVs. Very important. Like, where's he gonna attack us, right? But now, there's multiple places where we could get attacked from. So, we're gonna spread some marines, we're gonna get a sensor tower. Very important. On 3 bases, you wanna have, like, you wanna be defending your 3rd base. And you wanna start worrying about where your opponent could be attacking from. This is also where we can get some missile turrets, because we have, like, a lot of money now. Keep making SCVs, keep making depots.
Add-on is up and running.
Can get an extra gas when we're fully saturated here. And now that combat shield is finished, we can decide to move out. Get a 2nd factory now. Just, yeah, have all your tanks hotkeyed on 2. Now when I move out with this, I'm just gonna right click my Vikings on a tank or on a medevac. So the Vikings are just following. I do not have my Vikings in this control group. Very important. That guy should come with. Like, the Vikings are separate. Like, if I'm controlling my army, I'm not controlling my Vikings. Get a 4th base. Keep making stuff. This factories and hotkey. Oh, I forgot my upgrades. Need an armory. Also depots. Alright. And then we usually... Where's this tank going? That's weird. Maybe get a supply drop. Also get some missile turrets and maybe a sensor tower here. Always attack the 3rd base first. I should have also scanned before going in here. When we attack, this is the priority. We move in, we scan first, then we move our Vikings, and then we move the rest of our army. And not just the tanks, all of our army. And now we can siege the tanks. Now we can stem. And then we just move our Vikings, check what's going on. Right? Anybody here? Maybe I can kill some medevacs. Obviously this guy was struggling with the Liberator, I think. And that's how we do it. And I'm maxed. Keep getting upgrades. Get extra barracks at this point. These guys can be mining on a 4th base. Oops. Maybe get some tank upgrades, rally points, all the good stuff. And if I'm moving my army, just put the Vikings on like following the medevac again. If you want, you can get some more starports in late game TvT in order to get Vikings. Okay, now this guy is already getting too long. There you go.